guys, welcome back to my channel, Britain F1. If you are new to my channel and you do like the look of this channel, then please hit the subscribe button down below, and if you do like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. So in today's video, I'm really excited to do it. It's going to be my 2021 season predictions. At the end of the 2021 season, I will review and look back if I was close on any of my predictions. So I hope you enjoy this video, and in the comments down below let me know your predictions as well, because I think we are in for another really exciting season. Now, the 2020 season in my eyes was one of the best seasons I have watched for a very long time. Not only was there so much action, so much drama, but the teams seemed a lot closer together. The midfield battle was great, and with the fact that the 2021 season is not really going to have many changes, especially to the cars, because of the delay with the new regulation changes due to the current pandemic, that the 2021 season actually won't have many changes to it. The only really big changes are the drivers, a lot of different drivers at different teams, which I think is going to be very exciting, and I think the midfield battle again is going to be so close. So I think we are in for another really exciting season. So my first prediction is who will win the Drivers' Championship, and to be honest, it's going to be Lewis, really. I can't really see anyone challenging him too much again. I think it's going to be very similar to this year. This year he was so dominant and probably the best I have seen him drive in so long. He was just on another level, and I think going into the 21 season he's going to be on such a high from how much he achieved this season. I think no one is really going to be able to stop him. I think Max will be very close, and I think Sergio Perez actually will be very close as well and actually give them a run for their money. So I think Lewis will get the 8th world title. And then for constructors, again, it's going to be Mercedes. There's no stopping that team at the minute, especially because there's not many changes on the car for the 2021 season. I think Mercedes are just going to get the constructors again. No one can really challenge them when it comes to the car, really. They are just on another level. So I think Lewis for the drivers and Mercedes for the constructors. Now, while on the topic of Mercedes, I want to make a little bit of a prediction for the driver lineup. So I think the 2021 season will definitely be the last year for Valtteri Bottas. I think, to be honest, my personal opinion, he shouldn't be in the car for 2021. I think they signed him way too early last year, because after they signed him, he just went downhill. His performances were not great. He really couldn't challenge Lewis. His main competitor really was Max Verstappen, and Max only finishing a few points behind Valtteri just shows you how bad Valtteri's season was. So I think it will be the last season for Valtteri, and I think George will sign very early for Mercedes for the 2022 season, which I just want George in that seat for the 2022 season, and I can see them signing him pretty early and getting rid of Valtteri Bottas. So yeah, that's my prediction for Mercedes and their future drivers. Now onto Red Bull. I think Red Bull again will be best of the rest. I think Max again is going to have a super dominant year, but I think Sergio Perez will really challenge Max. And this is probably the first year we are going to see Max really challenged by a teammate. Sergio Perez is one of the most consistent drivers. He is super quick, but he's also so good at managing his tyres, staying out of trouble during races, and really maintaining his head when it comes to races. And personally for me, Max is not there yet. He still gets super hot-headed, still makes silly mistakes, and Sergio doesn't do that. And I think that is where we're going to see a difference in the drivers at Red Bull, and I think it's going to be a super close battle between them, and it could get very spicy. Maybe even take each other out in one race. I might predict that they might do that. But yeah, I think Sergio is really going to show everyone what he's made of, what he can do, and maybe even challenge Lewis for second place in the constructors. I can just see Sergio doing so well at Red Bull, and especially from the high he has had this season, I think it's going to maintain into the 2021 season. So I think Sergio Perez will definitely be giving Max Verstappen a run for his money. Now onto McLaren. I predict high hopes for McLaren, especially with the Mercedes engine they are getting, and on the high that they had finishing P3, you know, McLaren now is just such a happy team. Everyone there has positive energy, and finishing P3 in the constructors is only going to help them go into the 2021 season on a massive high and wanting to do so well. And also with the driver lineup, it's going to be a very close rivalry. We saw how close the rivalry was between Lando and Carlos. And for me, Daniel is a tiny bit above Carlos, so I think he's definitely going to give Lando a run for his money. I think we're going to see some great battles on track. I think it's going to be a similar partnership between Carlos and what Lando had with Daniel and Lando. You know, they're super chill guys, super funny, but they are definitely going to do the talking on track, and I think it's definitely going to be a very close rivalry between the pair. But I can also see McLaren getting a few podiums. You know, we could have a few crazy races again, and I definitely don't see why not they can't get on the podium. They did it this year, but I think I'm going to predict they could get 3 podiums this year for the 2021 season. I can see them being really good, especially with that Mercedes engine. You know, I think they're going to be battling high into the midfield. So yeah, great things for McLaren to come, I think. Now for the driver who I think is going to be the most improved driver from the 2020 season to the 2021 season is Sebastian Vettel. I just want to see Sebastian happy again, and I think that is what we are going to see with him at Aston Martin. The team around him had a great season, the team that he's going into in the 2020 season, so I think that is just also going to correlate into the 2021 season. I think we're going to see Seb with his mojo back. I hope that he does some brilliant races, and I'm going to predict that Seb gets at least 1 podium for the 2021 season, but I think he's definitely going to be racking up the points again, and we're going to see the old Sebastian back, which I can't wait for. Now my biggest surprise for the 2021 season, I am going to say, is going to be Fernando Alonso. So Fernando has obviously been out of Formula 1 for a few seasons now, but his winter testing was pretty spectacular. He beat the Mercedes, and I just think he's not done yet, and I think he's going to be so good this season, which I actually can't wait for. Obviously Renault is now rebranding to Alpine. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but I think it is. And Renault, we saw a little inkling of their improvements, and I think again that is just going to correlate into the 2021 season, and especially with Fernando having the knowledge that he does is just going to help the team grow even more. His knowledge and experience is definitely what that team needs, and yeah, I think he is going to put in some brilliant performances, brilliant races, and I don't see why not he can't get a podium either. We saw that Renault obviously got a few podiums. Was it 3 podiums in the end for the 2020 season? So, you know, if we get a crazy race again, why not? I think he definitely could get some podiums. I think he's going to shock everyone with how good he is, and he's obviously not finished yet with Formula 1. So my rookie of the year is going to be Yuki Tsunoda. I just think he is a fantastic driver. We have seen it within F3, F2. He is so quick, and I think he's going to suit AlphaTauri so much, and he's going to learn a lot from Pierre Gasly, and I think that's going to be a really interesting rivalry between the two, because Pierre Gasly is so quick as well, so is Yuki Tsunoda, so I think that is going to be a great little battle. But I think Yuki is definitely going to be one to watch this season. I think he's going to have some great races, so I can see him being rookie of the year. Now, my biggest rivalry, I have said, is going to be Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz. I can't wait to see how these guys do, purely based on the fact that the Ferrari isn't going to be that great. I think Ferrari, hopefully, fingers crossed, is going to be a little bit better than what it was this year. But I think both of them are fabulous drivers, and we saw this year how good Charles was, especially with how bad that car was. He still managed to put in some amazing qualifying performances, got on the podium a few times, yeah, and just kind of drove a lot better than the car. And I think we are going to see a similar performance with Carlos. Carlos is very similar to Charles. They are fantastic drivers, so I think that is going to be the main talking point of the 2021 season, that they are going to be very consistent, and going to cough up a little rivalry, that is going to be fabulous to watch. So then my last prediction for the 2021 season is that George Russell will get some points for Williams. It's got to happen, hasn't it? Surely. He was so close in the 2020 season, but it just never came. And we know how good George is, that it just has to happen this season. It really does. Williams just deserve the points, they really do, and I think George will definitely be the one to get them for them this year, because we all want to see it. So they are my predictions for the 2021 season. I've only picked a few out because I could probably sit here all day and predict everything, but I'm not going to. So let me know what you guys think. Do you agree? What are your predictions? Let me know in the comments, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!